Hi guys, it's Stacy and I'm back with Saturday Morning Makes. This is hosted by Jill Norwood. Anybody who wants to participate in Saturday Morning Makes, it's an open collaboration. All you have to do is use the hashtag satmornmakes. I'll leave it down below. Hi Jill, if you're watching, thanks so much for hosting this. Thanks so much for creating this hashtag for all of us to participate in. It's a lot of fun and I know that it's been helping to keep me creating. So thank you so much. Let me get started. I'm going to start off with showing you a little mini release I purchased from the Not Too Shabby Shop. Hi Jamie, if you see this. I love this. I love these gingerbreads and these little penguins, but this is what got me. So all of my projects use these, this mini release. If you hear something in the background, that's my son. He's gaming with his friends. So I use the stamp set. I don't believe I used any of the ephemera. And these little stars in here aren't part of it. I just put them in here because I'll use them together. You'll see how I use those in my makes. The cover came off because I used the one right behind it. This cardstock is so nice. I've heard such wonderful things about Jamie's paper, except the one thing that didn't suit my needs was the gloss. Like, it was semi-shiny is what I was told. This is not quite like that because I mainly color. So if I use this, I want to be able to paper piece with it. But this is so pretty and I couldn't pass it up. So I'm not going to flip through it. If you want to see me share the ephemera and the paper and everything, I will, but it's all on Jamie's channel, the Not Too Shabby Shop, the N number 2S. And then Call Me Crafty Al created this stencil for her to make gingham. I could see it being used in a lot of different ways too, not just to create gingham, but so there's that. On my first card, I also used a My Favorite Things stencil. This one is called Lots of Heart. I don't know if they still sell this one. They probably do. I used these Gina Marie design stars. I bought these from Tina Crafty Bean. Hi Tina, if you're watching. I also got this from Tina as well. I used these, which I cut out a bunch. I've got tags that I started making that I want to share maybe next time. This is probably one of my favorite dies. I did pick this up at Jamie's shop. I don't know if she has any more. I got it a couple years back. Probably more like 4 years back. It's called Fancy Frames Rectangles, and it's from Sunny Studios. I just used some nesting circle dies. I have the We Are Memory Keeper ones. And I've had this die in my stash since probably it was one of the first dies I purchased when I got a die cutting machine. So long time ago. I don't know if you can still get it. It is, I don't know if this is the name, S4-162, Labels 2. Nestabilities die, Labels 2. How funny this says Walmart.com because I know I purchased these on Amazon. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way and I'll show you my makes. Some of you may have seen the two of the cards I made because I shared them on Jamie's Facebook group. So this is the first one I made. Oh my gosh, I love this. So what I did was, I used a Lawn Fawn Stitch Rectangle die too. So I used the stencil to make the background, the gingham background on craft cardstock, and then I used the MFT stencil of the hearts, and I then distressed the edges. I'm not sure. I think I used Stampin' Up! Ink because it was a dye-based ink, and then these are distress oxides, and there's two different colors. I don't think you can see it. Originally I did like a distressed all the outside and then faded from darker pink to lighter pink in the center, but then I put this over it and it covered it up. So I also used glossy accents on the candy canes, and I drew, so those star dies, this is where I used those, and then I actually took and rounded the corners of the stars And I colored all this in with Copics and then used a white gel pen to make like the snowflake icing effect on there. I think this came out really cute. I love it. And then I think I've only made one other shaker card. I've been making cards for close to 12 years now. And so I made this one. And I used some clay hearts in there and then like a Spellbinders shaker bubble mix. It has different sequins in it and then these little pink. And this heart die came from, it's like I think it's a Sizzix card kit that they used to sell at Michael's eons ago. And so I just took the heart out and cut it out. And then the sentiment and the penguins and everything came from Jamie's Gingerbread Kisses mini release, I think is what it's called. And then I used glossy accent on the penguins. And I messed up and colored their feet and beaks orange, but I still think it's cute. And then glossy accents and stickles. And there's stickles on here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's that. And everything I color is with Copics. I do some watercoloring sometimes. Here's a tag I made, and I'm going to have to get into, or my husband's going to have to get into, we have a storage under our stairs that's pretty deep and wraps underneath there, and there's a bunch of totes that have ribbon and different ephemera and stuff that I guess I'm going to need to pull out for tags. But I used the stamp set from Jamie's shop, and I masked off the handle to the cup to make it look like a bowl. So there's that. And then when I stamped it, and then I colored it up, and this one I did the Spectrum Noir glitter pen on the candy canes, and then I did glossy accents over the top. So in real life you can see that there's sparkle in there. And there's where I use those dies that I showed you. And I just used some pattern paper. This pattern paper came from my mother-in-law, and it's an old paper pad. It's probably from Michael's or Joann's because that's where she shopped, most likely Michael's. And I also used this, and I just used a circle die to cut that out. And this topper, this little notch here, is from another die set that I got from Tina. And I just cut it and put it back together with hologram paper, and then it's rounded, and so then I just tucked it in when I glued it, and there's the back. I just fussy cut those from that pattern paper as well. And I have one more card that I made using my favorite, that Sunny Studios. I love that die set. And then there's the CC Designs circled scallop die, and I used just a banner die. I don't know where it came from. Probably it's mixed in with different die sets. So here's where I use the stars again. But what I did differently this time was I used my white gel pen and did a more dainty, see the difference? Dainty design. And these are all Copic colored as well. And then I used that pattern paper from Jamie's shop and used the gingham paper and this pink splattered paper. I really struggle with pattern paper, so if any of you have any ideas that can help me, let me know, please, down in the comments. Because I color with Copic so much, and I'm one of those people that, which I think there's a lot of us out there, that if you use pattern paper, it almost feels like cheating, or if you use ephemera or stickers, it feels like cheating. But really the recipients, or most of my family members who get these, have no idea what goes into it, so I guess it would be a good cheat. Or I feel like I have to hoard it, like, it's too cute, I only have one piece, or I have two pieces, I'm going to use it all up. So, the dilemmas of a crafter, right? I'm sure you guys are all been there. And I forgot, I used, again, these Trinity Stamps Unicorn Tears Embellishment Mix. This made another appearance. This is one of my favorites. I used some enamel dots that were for my mother-in-law. I know she purchased them at probably Walmart at one time when they carried a lot of different paper crafting, because that was her favorite place to shop. So So those are my Saturday morning makes. I'm going to link Jill's channel and the info that you would need to follow along for satmornmakes. Just use the hashtag. I'll put it down below. You don't have to make videos. You can share it on any social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram. I even used it on Twitter, but I noticed that there's not really people using it on Twitter, so it may be that that platform's not used a lot. So, or it's not carried over there. I don't know. But if you see probably the one that's out there, that's me. So thanks again for stopping by. If you enjoyed my shares and aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate it. I've gotten quite a few subbies from the Satmorn Makes, and it's really encouraged me to get to crafting again, and it's just been good for me, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Bye.